Okay guys, this is gonna be a super quick one, off the cuff. I wanna start making videos that I wished someone would have made for me when I was younger. I'm 31 years old now. I've done a bunch of shit. I'm not the most successful, I'm not the most anything, but at least I've been in the game. I've been to battle dozens and dozens of times as a pro golfer. I've been lifting weights, I've been starting businesses, I've been posting on social media, I've been in and out of relationships, I've been in different friend circles. Like, I've got some skin in the game. If you're only 18, 20, 25, and you're watching this right now, there may be some things that I've done that you just haven't gotten to yet that could help you overcome some of the struggles and hurdles that stood in my way. I really wasted a lot of valuable years of my life, or I shouldn't say waste, but I wish I could have them back, right? I wish that 31-year-old Alex would have made this video 11 years ago, so 20-year-old Alex could watch it and learn all the great wisdom and vast knowledge from my 31 years of life experience. I wish I could impart that on my younger self, and he could just be like, oh, instead of doing this, and then this, I'll just do that, and it'll be way easier, cheaper, less painful, and I'll get the desired outcome in my life of being free and happy and fulfilled much quicker. So with that being said, if that made sense to any of you, and hopefully if you're watching this channel, you already know me and you kind of understand what my shtick is and you realize I'm a golfer and blah, blah, blah. If not, you're probably super overwhelmed and confused. Sorry about that, but give me a couple minutes here and I promise I can help you move from, because why am I doing this? I'm just sick of seeing ambitious young men with decent IQs fall victim to the addictive cycle of video games, social media, chasing girls, drinking too much, chasing the wrong things, thinking that money and thinking that women and houses and cars are gonna make them happy, and trying to, struggling with anxiety and depression because they're comparing themselves to all these other hyper successful 19 and 21-year-old men and Iman Gadzhi and all these guys that are making so much money so early and seemingly so easily. Just start a SaaS business. Oh, just do it on AI. Oh, start a marketing agency. And it's like, yeah, maybe these things all do work, but you don't need to be destroying yourself trying to be something you're not just because that's what's getting 300,000 likes on Instagram right now. And I feel like I can help. I feel like there's no need for guys to just be stuck at home, drinking beer, scrolling Instagram, settling in relationships that are not fulfilling to them, and then growing old and going out and cheating on their wives and being a horrible dad to their kids and just repeating the cycle again and again and again, and not making the world a better place and not reaping the benefits of what it is to be a human being, to be alive, the greatest gift on planet Earth. We are the chosen species, and I want everyone to wake up and realize that and take advantage. So lesson begins now. What's one thing I wish I could tell 20-year-old Alex? It would be to live as if you were the only person on the planet. And what I mean by that is, do not buy things, do things, say things for other people. Cars is a super easy example, right? And it's actually something I'm going through right now. I am about to buy a new car. I am reaching new levels of success this year in terms of earning my income and my personal brand's reach. How many followers do I have? How many brands am I working with? How many sponsored trips am I going on? Blah, 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 blah. All these really cool things, right? And I look super success. I don't know what is this air quote, dude? I'm gonna put my hands behind my back so I stop doing that. It's like every YouTuber has like their own thing that they do, and I feel like that's not the thing I want to be known for, the stupid air quote guy. But I'm becoming successful to people that don't know me, right? It's like to people on the outside looking in, Instagram user pants 27 yellow is gonna be commenting and being like, damn bro, sick house, sick car, sick trip, oh damn, that sponsorship's dope. And that can feel really cool. We love getting compliments, right? That's sick. There's nothing wrong with getting compliments, but is it really what you want to do, or is it you doing what you think other people will validate? And this is not like a dig, because I've done this my whole life. It's impossible not to. We're conditioned by Western society to be this way, to seek external validation. And to a certain sense, you need some of it to exist in the modern world, right? We need, increasingly so in the future, we're gonna need validation on social media, at least a presence on social media, to even exist. If you don't have a history, resume that you can search on Instagram or Twitter or YouTube or TikTok or whatever the next platform is going to be, if you're not active on a social platform and at least getting some form of validation for your actions and accomplishments and lifestyle, you won't even get hired. That's just going to be like base level. First thing an employer is going to do to check out an employee potential hire is checking his digital footprint. So it's not a bad thing to want to be validated by other humans, but all I'm saying is that now, sitting here at 31, looking back, if I could tell my younger self something, it would be that can't be the thing. Like, that is not, it's a very unfulfilling and exhausting rabbit hole to go down, because it's just always something else. Like, it doesn't matter how, like, so for personal experience, here's the things that I've chased, right? I've always chased getting in better shape. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna do this till the day I die. I'm always gonna wanna lift weights. I'm always gonna wanna work out. I believe it breeds confidence that spills over into other areas of life. But if you're only doing it at times like I have, just to impress other people, so you can post that picture, or so you can go to that pool party shirtless, or so that you get validation from your girlfriend or from your gym bros or whatever. Like, if you're doing it for other people, it feels nice. Someone gives you the compliment, or you get a bunch of likes on the post, and then you compare yourself to someone else and you realize, oh man, that guy's way sicker. Or like, that guy's in way better shape, or his bench is better than mine, or oh, my bench is getting sick now, but my squats suck, or damn, but my calf genetics are kind of trash, or man, my shoulders are looking great, but my traps are super small. Damn, I look so dumb in this t-shirt. And it's just this never-ending cycle, because there's 8 billion people on the planet. Like, sorry, you're not gonna be the best at everything on the whole planet. It just doesn't, it's not possible. And so it's a very anxiety inducing way to live, to constantly be doing things for other people to pat you on the back. Now, if you're doing it to compare to the past version of yourself or who you were yesterday, here's a great way to view things. Every day is like a blank scoreboard. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday. Go put up numbers today. Go put up numbers in the physical health category. Take a walk, hit the gym, do your stretching. Put up numbers in the nutrition category. Drink your water, eat your healthy food, avoid the sugar, avoid the donuts, avoid the alcohol, get good sleep, right? Put your recovery stats up on the board as getting great sleep and having great sleep hygiene, reading before bed, stretching before bed, not watching screens so that the blue light doesn't jack with your brain's ability to relax and chill out and stop overthinking when you go to bed. Like, all these different, scoreboard categories. Put up the highest score you can every single day, and then wipe the slate clean tomorrow and go do it again. And that just intrinsically feels good, and you're competing with yourself rather than what everybody else on Instagram is doing. And it's a better way to live. So yeah, chasing, like, buying a new car, thinking that, like, okay, because this is what's shown on Instagram, right? Like, all the sickest young guys are making millions and they're flying private, they're partying with girls on yachts in Miami, they're taking boys trips to Dubai, they're gifting each other Rolexes, they're all driving Lamborghini Uruses, and they're getting bottle service at the coolest clubs wherever they go, right? That's like the air quotes again, man. That's like the dream life to this generation, 25 and under, if they have the app Instagram, which almost everyone does. That's what's shoved down our throats. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting to make money and be a badass and buy cool shit, because it's fucking awesome. But all I'm saying is it gets old, and that's not the sauce to an impactful, meaningful life. If all you do is go chase these thrills, because they're thrills at first, right? They're novel, new things. Our brain grips on to anything new, and it's all relative. If you start at literal ground level, living in a box, then when you step up to a Motel 6, you're pumped. It's like a whole new world. You got all this space, you can stretch out, you got your own house, whatever. And then after 5 days or 5 weeks or 5 months, depending on your hardwiring, eventually you're gonna get used to it, and it's not gonna be that sick anymore. And you're gonna get exposed to the next level, which is an apartment. And all of a sudden Motel 6 is not that cool anymore. Now the apartment is your new high until you adjust to that. And then you want a house, and then you adjust, and then you want a mansion, and then you want 3 mansions, and then you get the point. And so we're always stimulated by the new novel things for a brief amount of time, and then it neutralizes back to base level, and then that higher level we're at now becomes our new like neutral, our ground zero, and you just keep needing more and more and more. And it's never ending. And guess what? As you accumulate more things, more employees, more cars, bigger houses, more businesses, it's just more maintenance. It just costs more money and time and energy. And all of a sudden, that thing that you were chasing in the beginning, freedom, not having a boss, being able to do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do, with whoever you want to do it, wherever you want to do it, total freedom, all of a sudden you go back to being a slave again. Because now, even though people don't own you, you own things. In order to sustain owning those things, it's just more time, energy, money, and effort on your part, or hiring and outsourcing people to do it for you. And so I think that the journey of most ambitious, disciplined, hardworking young men and women is that you get introduced, maybe through like a role model or somebody you aspire to be like. You get introduced to this mentality of chasing things and like, oh, this is the path, this is what I need to follow. I need a house, car, wife, boats, yacht, private jet. These are the things that success looks like. This is what the outer world validates as being successful. And then maybe you go get some of those things if you're super hardworking, or you just replicate what worked for other people before you. And maybe you mix a little bit of luck in there, and boom, all of a sudden you're the next Simon Gazzi. Cool. And then you get there and you realize, wow, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. This is not really that fulfilling, because I always need more, and I'm never at peace. I'm never content. It's just more and more people around me validating me that know me less and less, and makes me feel like I know myself less and less. I'm going kind of deep here. And the funny thing is that I haven't even hit these pinnacles, and I don't need to realize what happens at that level, because I've been listening to smart people that have for 8 years. If I could just quickly off the cuff recommend some people that are going to explain the concepts I'm explaining to you right now better than I can and with more personal experience: Alex Becker, Sam Ovens, Alex Hormozy, Gary Vee, Aubrey Marcus, Greg O'Gallagher, God, there's so many more. I have lists that I should share with you guys, but Alex Becker is a great place to start. He explains these concepts super, super well, and he's very externally successful, so he has the credentials to talk about it. But anyway, in the nature of not making this video rant on for too long and just completely losing the point here, I'll try to wrap it. But if 31-year-old Alex could tell 20-year-old Alex something, it would be, do things for you. Don't, if you want to buy a sick car, buy a sick car if you can. And if it's not like you're overreaching to achieve this just to create this external look that other people, again, that don't know you on Instagram will make you feel validated for. But if that's not you, then don't do it. If you're someone that wants to travel and like see the world and experience different cultures and make friends on different continents, put your money into that. Drive a fucking Honda. Who cares, dude? Like, you determine what success looks like to you, and it's going to look different to every person. Like, some people maybe are fulfilled by just chasing shinier, brighter, faster, more expensive toys for the rest of their lives. Other people have a bit more of a calling to impact the world or to expand beyond fulfilling their own desires and start helping other people and bring joy and joy and abundance to others. And everyone's different. It's all good. But I'm just assuming that if you're watching this channel, we have something in common, which makes you feel somewhat closer to me than the next person on YouTube, and we probably have some shared goals. And so the way I'm speaking hopefully resonates with you, or else you wouldn't be watching at the 13-minute mark or whatever it is of this video. But do stuff for yourself, man, whether that's buying cars, however you spend your money, whatever you do with your time. If you think being successful means you need to travel a lot because then you can take Instagram pictures in all these exotic locations, but that's not really you. Like, you actually enjoy your structure and routine, and you like the way you feel when you can eat the same meals every day at home, get the same sleep, go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time, clock in at your office downstairs, do your work, record your YouTube videos, take your client calls, whatever your thing is, go to the gym. If that's what makes you pumped, do that. That is successful, even if no one sees it. Even if that's not as Instagrammable, like, yep, another day, clocking in, making my 92 cold calls and getting a high quality sleep and feeling awesome and making gains in the gym. Like, even if that's not as Instagrammable as like, boys trip in Dubai, like, flexing on top of the Taj Mahal, whatever the tallest buildings are. Dude, I'm on one today. This is funny. Yeah, it's like, if that's not it for you, then don't do that. You don't need to do that. Like, you can, and then you'll come in time to realize what I'm saying right now is true. It's like, oh, I was literally just doing that to like catch the attention of some girls, or to like impress the people from high school that I think are watching me on Instagram that aren't even watching me on Instagram because they're busy doing their own things and worried about their own lives and problems, and they don't even care about mine. Like, just do you, man. The simplest, most cliche advice on the planet that has been true forever and will always continue to be true. And it's really the foundation of everything I'm doing in my life, making these videos, the things that I'm pursuing, playing golf, working out. It's all just an attempt at listening, amplifying my own inner voice and inner guidance. That's why I'm so committed to breath work, ice baths, daily exercise, time in solitude, journaling, meditating, all the different self-improvement modalities that I'm continually immersing myself into and trying to learn from mentors and going on retreats and buying courses. It's all an attempt at tuning out the outside world, trying to tell me who I am and what I should be doing and what personality traits I have, none of which is true because nobody knows me as well as I know me. People are just seeing little bits and pieces and fragmented Instagram videos and clips of a YouTube video shared on TikTok here, and his soundbite on this podcast there, and I met him for 4 minutes at the driving range here. Like, none of that's me, and it's not even your fault. We as humans want to judge and put things in boxes quickly because it allows us to make sense of a chaotic, untamable world, right? Those of us that are still drowning in anxiety and surviving old mental models and belief systems about the world, those of us that live that way are just constantly running around trying to control everything and make it fit into boxes that we can understand things and not feel completely overwhelmed and scared just walking outside of our house to go experience whatever happens next. Like, I get it, I've been there. But a better way to live is controlling what you can control, which is your internal world, your thoughts, feelings, emotions. You can control that. It's a choice. It's where we put our energy. Where we put our energy is what's going to grow. And so control ourselves and accept everything else as it is. Don't try to control the other 8 billion people on the planet because it's not possible. So if you just focus on yourself and act and say and buy and do what you want to do that feels good to you for you only, and it's okay if it leads to some external compliments. I'm not saying like try to never tell anybody anything you're doing so that no one ever validates you, because that's not the highest form of self-growth. Like, it's not that either. It's just, don't worry so much about what other people say, because I promise you they'll never pay your rent. And on your deathbed, the number one regret is, I wish I would have done more of what I wanted to do. I wish I wouldn't have let other people's opinions of me dictate what I did with my life, or the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of outside criticism because I went for it, because I did something that looked crazy, because I went my own way. I didn't take the secure job. I didn't go to college. I didn't quit pro golf at 30 because that's what everyone says you should do, because if you haven't made it by 30, then clearly you're just not that good yet and you should hang it up and get a real job. Why? Fuck you, like, says who? Maybe I've been busy trying to earn an income for myself and sustain as much golf as I can play while also working full time. And so I just haven't had that much time to put into it by age 30. And maybe I'm going to go till I'm 40. Maybe I want to go till I'm 50. Maybe I never want to quit, because who says just because something hasn't worked out in X amount of time, it's not gonna work out. Guess what? The longer you try doing something, the more you learn about it, the more failures you have, which is basically just currency for being able to succeed. You're putting dollars in your pocket, failure dollars in your pocket that someday you can exchange to win. That's a little known fact about anyone that wins at anything. And most of them just aren't as transparent and open about their failures. So you don't realize like, oh wow, Kobe failed, Jordan failed, Tiger failed. Like we don't really associate the word failure with those people, but I guarantee if you sat down and listened to them with no cameras, you would realize like, wow, these guys look like overnight success stories, but they deserved it. They actually grinded and they earned their failure currency to exchange for success. Anyway, I'm on some weird tangents right now. Got 2 cups of coffee in me. Let me know in the comments if that was too hype of a video and if maybe 1 cup of coffee is a better recipe for a more mellow, sedated, relaxed Romo that's easier to listen to. Or maybe I should have 3 cups. I don't know. You tell me. But again, at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I want to do. And today that was 2 cups of coffee. So take it or leave it. I love you guys. I hope this was helpful. If it wasn't helpful, come back tomorrow. I'll have another one for you. Please subscribe. Please like. Have a great day. Peace.